I don't want to call this a review or anything because it definitely isn't, but these are some of the things that I found super interesting when playing The Sims 4 Life and Death expansion pack. These small touches made me feel better about buying the expansion pack on launch. Let me know in the comments if I miss anything or if you notice anything different since you started playing this expansion pack. So starting off with a random pop-up from a ghost, it says, "Hello from the other side. You don't know me, but this may sound weird, but you're going to inherit from me. Why, you might ask? Let's just say it's better for both of us if you don't ask questions. The money needs to go somewhere and quick. I heard through the grapevine you're a good, upstanding sim, so you're about to inherit a chunk of hard-earned simoleons. Listen, buddy, planning part of life is planning for death. You should write a will when you're ready to choose who's going to inherit your simoleons, heirlooms, and kids. I did mine on the computer, but you can call an inheritance lawyer to help you write one too. If you want, just make good choices in life. I sure didn't. If you choose to take the money, there's no catch. I think it's about 4,000 simoleons, and I didn't even have to make a will to get it. This kind of reminds me of pop-ups we got from previous expansion packs. So if you have Eco Lifestyle, there was a pop-up that said if you got married within 7 days, you get free money. There's two pop-ups specifically from Lovestruck. So one is going on 7 dates in 7 days for a reality love show, and the other one is meeting a wealthy weirdo at the Love Hotel for free items, which is also from Lovestruck. So if you're into these random occurrences that bring your Sims pretty easy wealth, it's kind of helpful, especially when you're starting a new save. This one was great because you don't really have to do anything, and there are no consequences if you don't make a will. Now, there were 4 festivals altogether that my Sim was able to attend. One of them wasn't really a festival, it was more of a meet and greet. Everyone dressed up as a crow or in a crow costume, and they just ate food. I mean, it wasn't really like a festival the way I thought it would be a festival. Another one was Full Moon Revelry. There's also just a regular moon revelry, but Full Moon Revelry specifically when there's a full moon out, your sim can go to this part of Ravenwood. There really wasn't anything to do. I couldn't figure out how to make her streak because you can streak when there's a full moon, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. So it was mostly just talking and standing around and fire dancing. There really wasn't anything specific to do. The second festival that my sim went to was Ravenwood Family Day. So I went on a Saturday in Crow's Crossing. So again, besides talking to the pet crow or drafting a will with the inheritance lawyer, there really isn't a lot to do. The inheritance lawyer is usually just a random townie. So the first time my sim went to the festival, the sim that was the inheritance lawyer was one of her colleagues that worked at the Reaper career, which was kind of weird because, like, does she have 2 jobs? And then the second time the festival came around, the inheritance lawyer was Mae Prescott, so she's the principal if you have the high school years expansion pack. So it looks like they just pick random townies to be the inheritance lawyer. It's not actually a specific NPC. And then the final festival was the Thin Festival. This is the one that actually has ghosts really attending it. It worked, but it was glitchy. So you get to meet Nylon Spectre, he used to be Nervous Subject if you played The Sims 2, and you're able to ask for quests as he's one of the Order of Lenore if you're collecting the tarot cards. And I'll do a separate video about the tarot cards because it's kind of complicated. You're also able to meet Alice and start that quest for Alice's Sorrows if you want. So it helps you just get more into the lore of Ravenwood. So Alice's Sorrows are based on the missing essences from her deceased children. She wants to know what happened to them. So you're going to go around different parts of Ravenwood, like going through crypts or meeting different ghosts or specters to figure out the lore. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but I do feel like it was a great way to make you explore Ravenwood. And the lore reminds me of the lore from Hanford on Bagley if you have Cottage Living. I think that adds something to the game to make you care about the world and care about these NPCs more. My sim wasn't able to get a tarot card reading from the festival because that NPC has no option to do so. So again, the glitches take a little bit away from the game because it would have been nice to get a tarot card reading from the NPC. So far, the tarot card readings that my sim does to other sims are like 5 seconds in game, and it doesn't really have any pop-up or any interaction. So it's a little disappointing. Now, the most interesting part of the game are the crypts. So it's going to kind of remind you of the D&D style action that we saw from Horse Ranch. So if you had that expansion pack and you went through the abandoned mines or caves or whatever way out in Chestnut Ridge, this is the same concept with the crypts. So there are various crypts located around the 3 neighborhoods in Ravenwood. Depending on your sim skill level and what prompts you choose, your sim may find rare minerals, tarot cards, prizes, or even get hurt. For example, my sim had the foodie trait, and so she was able to offer food to a strange creature that's living inside the crypt. And because I was able to have a successful interaction with the strange creature, I got a milestone called Made a Friend in the Crypt. So the milestones, of course, come with growing together, but it's nice to see that cross-pack play for those of us who have multiple expansion packs. One of the crypts was endless, and my sim actually got stuck. So if I had to cancel the interaction to make her leave the crypt, she didn't automatically do it. And so she came out dazed. She had like a dazed moodlet, and her needs were like basically all to red because she's been in there for hours. So just keep in mind that every crypt has different options, and the crypts play a part of a lot of the lore. If you're trying to collect tarot cards, if you're trying to complete Alice's Sorrow quest, you may have to explore crypts. So just keep that in mind. Those were the things I thought were very interesting in The Sims 4 Life and Death. Again, let me know in the comments below what you thought.